You're listening to the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, this is Paul Mawson. Each week, we take a couple of minutes to check in with Dave Walker, who is host of the Museumgoer.com, find out what's going on in the museum scene here in New Orleans. Dave, welcome to the program.
Thanks and hello.
All right, how are things looking this week?
This week, the Backstreet Cultural Museum will host its 26th annual All Saints' Day parade. That's on Saturday. The event starts at 1 p.m. at St. Augustine Church, 1210 Governor Nichols, with an All Saints' Day presentation by Voodoo Queen Kalinda Laveau. The parade steps off at 2, headed toward the museum, where the commemoration will continue until 5. The purpose of this annual event, begun by Sylvester Francis, is to honor the, quote, saints, elders, and ancestors, unquote, of the museum's culture-bearing community who've died in the past year. More on Instagram at Backstreet Cultural Museum.
And Sylvester Francis, he founded the museum, correct?
He did, according to the museum's website, in 1999 to showcase the African American history of New Orleans as expressed in the culture of second lines, social aid and pleasure clubs, Mardi Gras Indians, the Baby Dolls, and the Northside Skull and Bone Gang. He died in 2020, and the 5-year anniversary of his passing will be recognized at the museum. Photographer Pablo Johnson, who died earlier this year, will also be among the others remembered Saturday afternoon. In the French Quarter, on Tuesday, the Historic New Orleans Collection will open a new exhibit of paintings from its holdings that are inspired by New Orleans music and musicians. The 14 works on view will include portraits of Preservation Hall musicians by Noel Rockmore, as well as pieces by Bruce Bryce, Herbert Singleton, and J. Haynes Smith. An interesting element here is that curators have selected early recordings from artists portrayed in the paintings to play in the gallery, adding an auditory element to the viewing experience. New Orleans musicians and art will remain on view through November 8th, 2026. Admission is free. More at hnoc.org. In public programs, and we mentioned this briefly last week, the New Orleans Museum of Art will launch its fall Producer's Choice film series screenings at 7 tonight. The film this time will be 2002's Frida and will be followed by a discussion with director Julie Taymor and series organizer Meryl Poster. If the event is sold out, as many in this series' spring run were, look ahead to November 12th and November 14th for more screenings. More at noma.org. Author Brian Costello will deliver a lecture titled From Old Roads to New Roads, Early Jewish Life in Southeast Louisiana at the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience at 6 p.m. Thursday. The event will take place in person and online, and find more at msje.org. The exhibit K20, When the Water Met the Door at the Contemporary Arts Center New Orleans, closes Friday. More at cacno.org. And Paul, this is another kind of callback I know you'll appreciate. The Historic New Orleans Collection's annual Chess Fest will take place at 10 a.m. November 1st, that's Saturday, at the Tate, Etienne, and Prevost Center on St. Claude. Participants will be able to craft DIY chessboards, play chess puzzle games, move as human chess pieces on a giant chessboard, join a friendly fast chess tournament, and more. Players of all experience levels and ages are welcome. Admission is free, but registration is required. More at hnoc.org.
You know, I've been working all year on my Chess Fest costume, and I'm going to be ready this year. So that's great. Well, that and other things. If you want to find out more about anything we've talked about or other things, as we mentioned, you can check it out at Dave's website, themuseumgoer.com. Dave, thanks so much. We can also see a video of our conversation as well, including a preview of my Chess Fest costume, which I'm wearing right now as we speak,
Good.
at Dave's website, themuseumgoer.com. Dave, thanks so much, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, Paul. Take care.